Hello, my name is Mikhail Alexandrov, and today I'm gonna speak about my fruits paradise. So I decided that I would promote my company engaged in the production of tea, Fruits Paradise, and I decided to pick the country, and the country is England. Here's, I think I should introduce to you some characteristics about English consumer. So the main factors influencing purchase are price, quality, design, brand, or environmental benefits. After sales service should be also considered and claims are common. The British are increasingly buying online, but in 2017, bricks and mortar stores attracted consumers again. So, based on this characteristic, I tried to present my product in this country as accurately as possible. So, now I'm just not sure would I be able to edit it or not if um, if there is if after my words there is no demonstration of the actual product. Please stop watching this video and click for the and click at the another video which is gonna contain actual package of my product, because I've already faced issues with merging these two videos together. Thank you for understanding. Okay, and now coming right to the package. Here you can see my 3D package, and well, what can you see here? Right in the middle, you can see the name of the company, Fruits Paradise. Enjoy the exotic. This is basically the slogan of the company. Right here, you can see the label of this current taste of the tea. So this is Cherry Mocha Explosion, and right here you can see the actual fruit and the cup of tea behind. Here it is written that this is quality standard #1, which shows that the quality of this tea is really high. And here this is like additional information that uh, this box contains 25 bags. So okay, that's honestly that's a bit hard to navigate in this app, especially when you're recording something, but I'm still gonna try. So here I'm rotating it, and you can see the sides. So this is just some additional information about Cherry Mocha. You can read a bit about it. I don't think that that this is necessary to read it right here, but like a purchaser who's gonna buy this tea will be able to find out additional information about Cherry Mocha fruit. And this is like the quote about tea drinking in England, and basically the English flag. So continue rotating. This is, like, this is the front side, this is the back side. They're exactly similar, and there is one more side of the box. Well, okay, and here you have the compounds written like in English. It contains green tea flavoring cherry mocha, honey, and ginger. Also have additional information like basically different instructions how the box should be stored, and the address of the main office. Yeah, this is Canadian address, because even though I'm distributing my product in England, I assume that my company is actually a Canadian one. Here you again have the name of the company. This is, like sometimes it is written on tea boxes, methods how you should cook the tea, or you should cook the tea, how you should make a cup of tea. And I decided that that's going to be a nice thing to add for the box. And here you can see the net weight of the tea inside the box. Well, now you saw it from different sides, and I just need to show you the top and the bottom. So here we have basically from the top side where you open the box, this is like the name of the company and the name of the label of the current taste. And from the bottom side you have lots of specific information. Let me rotate and show it to you. So this is the day and the time when the tea was produced, series number, date of packaging and batch number. Here we have barcode, actually the sign that the box is fully recyclable, and trademark. Also, you may join and support the company in social media. So this is how it looks like. Well, yeah, you may have more look at the product, And if you have any questions, you may simply pause the video and well, have closer look to each side of the package. I think I've mentioned everything here. So thank you. Okay, let's continue. Now I would love to mention some specific features. So I also use the experience of the company promoting its model of oranges in England. I'm speaking now about Java Citrus. Based on their experience, I can say that the English consumer is extremely interested in the uniqueness of the consumer product. Therefore, I suggested that when distributing tea in the English market, I can use a similar strategy and offer the English consumer an unusual taste of tea, in my case, chirimoya. This is a very rare fruit that grows mostly in Chile. I felt that using this fruit can positively distinguish my product in comparison with the competitors. The image of this fruit and its name are located on different sides of my package, which immediately attracts the eye of the buyer. So, now coming to the second part, this is like premium quality. And based on the analysis of English consumers, I can highlight the fact that the quality of the product is an important criterion. Therefore, in the center, I have an inscription that my product is of the highest quality, which should also inspire English buyers to purchase this type of tea. Well, based on the fact that there is no huge worldwide production of such type of tea, I mean like Chirimoya tea, that makes the statement about the quality pretty true. So if there are no really competitors, it means that that this Chirimoya explosion is basically the quality standard number one if there is no one else there. So this is kind of a mind trick which can be played with the customers. So coming to the third part is environmental friendly. The British are extremely concerned about nature, so promoting a product in this country, I think it is necessary to notify consumers that this product is recyclable so it doesn't harm nature. And I actually have a specific sign on the bottom of my package, which definitely you've probably already seen in the video about my actual package. As I've already said, it might be in this video or it might be posted as a separated video. So the choice of English consumers is influenced by the design. So when creating packaging for the product, I tried to combine both bright and eye-catching colors such as red and yellow, but I made them a little less sharp so that the buyer isn't bothered. And at this point of time, I think I've explained 4 of main specific features of my product, and we're going to move to my competitors. Okay, and now coming to the competitors. So here you can see some key features mentioned, and also the information is taken from campaign 2010. But to be more exact, I'm going to explain what has happened. So in 2007, the famous Sri Lankan tea company Dilmah was going to enter the British market. The main way of promotion was to sign contracts with food magazines. The brand has also secured sponsorship rights for forthcoming Sri Lanka vs England One-Day International and Test Series, which began in December. The sponsorship deal, which was agreed directly between Dilmah and Sri Lankan Cricket, extends to the Sri Lankan team's shirt badges, perimeter ads, and branded hoarding at cricket grounds. Dilmah said the launch campaign and packaging for the brand, which features the image of Meryl J. Fernando, the chief executive officer and founder of Dilmah, would emphasize its brand values as a hand-picked, ethically sourced product from a family-owned business that would appeal to tea consumers. Okay, and let's move to logistics. So here you can see more or less nice slide. The information is taken from Tran SST 2018, and here first of all I'm gonna speak about international logistics. So there are several different ways to transport cargo from one point to another one. The main methods are road, rail, sea, and air transportation. Each of these methods has its pros and cons, provided that the main ingredient for my product will be collected in South America and the country where I plan to distribute my product is England, I can immediately abandon the first two methods of transportation. So basically, rail and car transportation, as you can see, they crossed out. And now I need to kind of pick between air transportation or water transportation. Air cargo transportation is quite expensive. It is used mainly in situations where it is necessary to deliver cargo over a long distance in a short time. It is also possible to transport perishable cargo on planes that cannot be transported by other modes of transport. Also, of course, there are like strict size restrictions. Well, basically, in comparison with air transportation, the cost of transporting cargo by water transport is quite small. However, it is only possible in areas with a well-developed marine industry. Having considered the two possible options available to me for cargo transportation, I believe that, well, I should choose water transportation. It kind of suits my product, in the best way. Tea is a product with a long shelf life. Britain and Chile are countries with the observation of marine industries. Also, a cargo tanker can carry more cargo than an airplane and is a cheaper type of transportation. Both modes of transportation are highly dependent on weather conditions. However, water transport is much more susceptible to natural factors that can increase the delivery time of the cargo. It is also worth realizing that the way from Chile to England is a huge distance which may be covered by the plane in one day and by the ship in weeks. However, when establishing an uninterrupted supply of cargo by water, I can save a lot of on air travel. So to summarize everything what I've just said, both of these ways of transportation, they have their own advantages and disadvantages. The main disadvantage, well, I would say two main disadvantages for air transportation. First one is price, second one is the amount of product which may be transported. So I think since England, Chile, they're kind of well developed in terms of marine industry, I don't need to hurry. Like the tanker can contain way more tea, which is not going to be spoiled within several days. So I think, as I've already mentioned, water transportation is the best way for me to deliver my product from one country to the other one in terms of, well, the purpose to enter English market. And so this is local logistics. By the way, the information is going to also be mentioned from Train SST 2018. So here we have a bit different situation. Well, if we talk about logistics already in the territory of England, then I think the best combination of road and rail transport is best to suit here. England as a whole is not a small country with a good railway system, so using different modes of transportation, like sometimes cars, sometimes rail, in different sections would be acceptable in my opinion. For the same reasons, I consider air freight pointless. Well, as I've already said, we've already delivered the product to the country, and now we just need to distribute it within the country. And I literally see no sense to use airplane because time economy is not the key point in my business. And for example, railway transportation is going to be way cheaper, and in the places where I cannot use rail, I would love to use just car transportation. And water transportation is it's less relevant on the plains of England. So now I believe I kind of need to mention my strategies. So choosing between push and pull. I believe that the push strategy is the best suited to my product type and to position my product in the English market. The main plan is to interest resale stores in England, for example, such as Co-op or Tesco. Well, here you can see a couple of pictures, so that they place my product in their stores, and then it would be noticed by the purchaser. I also plan to actively promote and advertise my product using various methods. So here you can see an advertisement poster which actually advertises my tea. So here it offers some discount. Also, you have a number which you may contact to find out more information, and it has some kind of inspirational quote at the beginning. Well, not a quote, or like just a statement. So coming after that, well, I'm going to explain why here I have citation. So here we've got a bit of more of promotion. So what I thought about, this is a personal card. Like you may call it a gold card. So basically you may receive this card if you're an active and regular, as you can see here, regular user and buyer of this product. So every next time when you're going to buy this product and you're going to show that you have this card, it's going to provide you 10% discount. And I think they should this golden card should kind of promote my product to the customers, and that's going to also inspire them to buy more of my tea. At the same time, that's going to give them an opportunity to reduce the price by 10% every time. My second promotional element which I've decided to use is a ticket. So there is a music festival which is called Southwest 4, and I took this part. Well, this is basically the schedule, who's gonna be at this festival. I took it from Festival 2020. Of course, I could design it by myself, but what I thought about if it was in real life. So this is kind of cooperation of my company, like Fruits Paradise and Southwest 4, or should be like part which is basically just mine, which is designed by my company. So this is all of this part, and since this is also kind of a promotion to the festival from my side, there should be something taken from, well, the actual festival. So in real life it would look something like this, so like a real part from one company and the real part from the other company. That's why I decided to take this one from the website and I cited it. So how that's gonna look like if we're buying my tea. So as you saw in the tea box, when you're gonna open it, there is a chance that inside you may find tickets for this festival. And what I think that music is, music festivals, music festivals, they have a big range of people coming to these festivals. So they basically not really restricted with age or like sex group. So I think every single person, when for example you're staying in the shop and you want to buy tea, and first of all I'm kind of interested in what is this Chirimoya tea. At the same time, if you realize that there is actually an opportunity for you to get a free ticket for the festival, and at the same time you don't really care about which tea you're gonna buy, that may affect your decision. And just for you to get an opportunity to win this ticket, you may buy my sort of tea. And so that's going to be kind of a promotion of my product. So here you can see the date, the barcode, Fruits Paradise in Southwest 4, the day when this one is going to be available. So this is 29th of August 2020, all day, meet one, and ticket number. So I think we're done with my strategies and the way how my push strategy is going to be applied. Well, maybe I should just say a couple of more words about presenting that to retailers. So I've already showed my package and explained how it looks like. So in pretty the same way, I think I'm gonna somehow show it to retailers if I had to do that in real life. And now let's move to the challenges. While the tea industry is not a place where there are a large number of different official restrictions which I may face, so I think the main challenge is to win over competitors, because there are large number of tea producers like Twinings, Dilmah, Tazo, Lipton, and all of them are kind of popular, and there's going to be a real challenge for my small company to compete with these well, I can say giants of this industry. Though these challenges are not only challenges. Well, this challenge is not the only challenge which I'll have to face. I think I need to mention a couple of more. So, when we're talking about the fruit, like cherimoy can actually cause allergic reactions such as anaphylactic shock, which is extremely dangerous for the body, and there is even a quote, well, more likely not a quote, a label, which is written on my package. Hopefully it's possible to see it. Well, because I'm just not really sure about the quality in which was recorded the video, but there was a label which actually states that this fruit may cause this allergic reaction, so people can be pretty safe with that. And oh, by the way, information is like Mental Floss 2014 and National Library of Medicine 2020. And here we can see a nice map which shows in which countries tea is more popular and where coffee is more popular. So if in the future my product is pretty successful and I would love to continue expanding my business to other countries, seems like this is better to start from the Asian side and Middle Eastern countries, because American part is more excited about coffee, so people drink coffee more in these countries, as well as in Europe and Scandinavia. There is no information about Africa, so if we'd love to expand my business, probably it's really great idea to go to Russia or probably Kazakhstan or China, India, Australia as well, Indonesia, Turkey, Egypt, all of these countries. So this one, I'm not sure, it might be Iran. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, yeah. But that's better for me to concentrate on the eastern side. Well, eastern side, I cannot say of the world, more like, yes, eastern side of this map. So those countries which I've already mentioned, because they prefer to drink tea more, and it seems like they might be way more interested in purchasing my sort of tea. Also here I have some statistics. This is Statista 2020. So why do I need it? Here in general you can see revenue in the tea segment amounts to US dollars 2020, like years before. You can see a slight growth, well, really slight growth, but you still can see it, and there was a decrease due to the coronavirus situation, due to the COVID-19 situation, and this is expectations in tea segment for the next years. So looks like that this segment is growing. It doesn't grow dramatically, but slightly it increases within the years. So I think that England is a good country and a right country to enter the tea market. While here we have citations mentioned through the whole presentation. Thank you for attention. By the way, right in the end here, that's going to be a radio advertisement which I would love to include. So I've showed you 2 promotions and 1 advertisement so far, and there's going to be a radio advertisement that's going to be included right at the end. But so far that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Well, due to technical problems with my laptop, this video was recorded kind of late at night, and if my speech was not really clear and you didn't understand something, please feel free to ask questions and don't avoid that. I would love to clarify on some of the topics which were not clear for you. Thank you so much for your attention. Welcome to the weekly evening talk show Thoughts Out Loud. The topic of today's issue is an epidemic that has spread all over the world, but before we get to the topic or the issue itself, let me make some tea. Magical. Oh, and this taste of tea deserves approval. Have you ever heard of such fruit as chirimoya? I didn't know about this fruit before, but now I can safely say that this fruit growing on the territory of South America definitely blends well with our English tea. You know what I mean, right? Oh, you can also evaluate the taste of this product from Fruits Paradise by purchasing this type of tea on store shelves. Well, now back to our topic. The total number of infected people recently reached 5